was underneath him and compete him, so I think it'll be a little bit tough for Andrew, but I think just with his class and his quality, he will just persevere and stay through it.
Okay, we're underway. How can Andrew Baggaley get on? Will it be 3 World Championships here at Alexandra Palace? Let's find out with Colin Wilson and Tony West.
Yeah, thanks, Tony. We think this will be a very, very good game in terms of rallies.
1, 2.
So, Dai Suchuan from China. Consistent player rather than an outright power player compared to some of the Chinese players. And then Andrew Baggaley, the most consistent performer in long rallies that we've probably ever seen in the sport. 2 times world champion. And then Dai Suchuan looking to take on the mighty Andrew Baggaley. So this is one where the European player is probably favourite against the Chinese.
Oh yeah, definitely would have to make Andrew favourite. Look at this lovely backhand that he has. He's one of the players here that probably favours that side, where we've seen a lot of other players running around playing forehands on backhand. Andrew will hold firm where he is and play the backhand. Very strong there.
Yeah, and Andrew and his coach and brother Steve Baggaley, they're talking about the way to play, and they're saying that the compact stroke isn't always the way to win. You can take a step back, you can lengthen the stroke, you can develop a little bit more topspin. And you can see that Andrew's trying to get all the little bits of spin that he can on these rallies. And in doing that, if you can soak up the pressure and keep the pressure on your opponent a little bit while you do it, look for the easier balls and then compound their problems with a series of attacking shots when you get the chance. It's that consistency and ability to play power later in the rallies when you get your chance that makes Andrew an extraordinarily good competitive player. And then last year, Andrew was beaten in the quarter-final, taken out by Chris Doran, also of England, in what I described as the best game of ping-pong that's ever been played.
Yeah, Chris comes up in the next match, so some great stuff for English supporters to watch in the next 2 games.
Yeah, there will be. And the winner of this match that we're playing now will play the winner of Anton Andersson of Sweden versus Jan Olek of Poland. So nothing easy in the next round if they get to the last 16. But Baggaley just a tiny bit of a lead, 7-5. See the leg muscles very well defined, very, very strong, very, very well conditioned. And you need to be physically absolutely on top condition to be able to play in this form of the game.
6, 7.
The backhand topspin, but then Dai coming out on top in that one. Both players so consistent.
8, 6.
One of the things you can see when you watch Andrew playing between the rallies, you look at his eyes, and his level of focus and aggression while being able to play with such incredible touch. Fights for every single shot. Good rally. So the right-handed pen holder,
6,
Suchuan Dai, using the side spin on that backhand to keep Andrew quiet on the backhand. When he gets his forehand in, big forehand smash, but that one didn't go on, hit the top of the net first. Both players settling into backhand-to-backhand rallies.
6, 11.
Yeah, I feel that I'd make favourite all day long if that continues. If Dai just keeps going backhand to backhand, Andrew is going to be victorious.
Wow.
11, 7.
That was a great shot, really powerful. But that's the kind of thing, Tony, I think you're saying that Dai has to do, because I think Andrew will be happy to pin him down on the backhand wherever Dai's willing to play those backhands.
12, 7.
Again, Andrew really happy just to play to the backhand, let Dai play anywhere,
12.
soak up the pressure, wait for the easier ball. Because he believes he's more consistent than Dai, and then Dai's going to be forced to run around and play forehands from the backhand corner,
9,
at which
12.
point Andrew will start playing to his forehand.
Two uncharacteristic backhand errors from Andrew. Let's Dai back in the game. Only 2 points in it now.
I think Dai's winning in terms of his supporters having bigger air horns than Andrew's supporters. It's a great atmosphere in here. Crowd in 4 figures already, and it's only Saturday.
10-14.
There's just some great contingents dotted around the crowd, supporting one particular player or country. Oh, what a great rally. Dai's forehand standing up well, but Baggaley's so consistent.
Game
And there we have
15,
first game to
10
Baggaley. Air horns, but not for Dai that time. Baggaley, beautiful game, as good as ever.
Yeah, absolutely. I was going to say he's far more confident this year than he was last year. He feels the bats suit him, and he's showed us there everything he's good at. Great in the long rallies, very consistent, very strong on the backhand. He's going to be tough to beat, and you'll see him grow and grow into this match. You really need to win the first against Andrew. He's unlikely to drop in standard, that's for sure.
Yeah. One of the most consistent players on the planet.
And there he is. So we're back on.
And he comes back to rapturous applause. Welcome back, Andrew. Final words from brother Steve. Steve's been so loyal to Andrew and many other players over the years.
Second game.
Travels with Andrew.
Baggaley to serve.
Just wants his
Level.
younger brother to be as successful as possible. So Baggaley serves first in the second game. 2 serves each, first to 15.
Love 1.
No double point ball used so far in this match. Yeah, Dai
1
definitely
each.
got in mind to have to run around and play his forehand from the backhand corner. Tried it there, but took it a little bit too late, and therefore didn't have the angle of the ball down onto the table that he needed. That was better, and that was better, and that's going to be enough for that point.
2,
Well done, Dai.
1.
Really, really good stuff there from him. So the intentions are clear. The coaching has been clear and observed. And Dai trying to execute. Sometimes it's working, sometimes it's not, but he might walk and work himself into this. If he keeps doing that, he might put Baggaley under more pressure as he gets used to doing it. Equally,
3,
Baggaley
2.
might see it coming and change his tactics to stop him. Yeah, so Baggaley there playing backhand down the line to the forehand, just to make him think, make Dai think twice about running around his backhand corner to play forehands.
Yeah, every time I've seen Andrew play, he gets better and better as the game goes on. So it's going to be tough, I think, for Dai to pull himself back into this. He's going to have to find some way.
Again, great stuff from Dai,
2,
but
5.
how many shots have you got to hit consecutively really, really well just to get 1 point against Andrew? He's such a good retriever.
That's exactly right. You've got to work so hard to win a point that the pressure just mounts and mounts on you as the game goes on.
And then any weakness is then exploited. It's a great strategy the Baggaleys have. Really suits Andrew's game, suits his body,
7,
suits
2.
his personality, and they've honed this way of playing, the method of playing to win over the years. Trademark backhand loop from Andrew.
2, 8.
sheer determination.
Three, 8. Nine, 3.
Yeah, great stuff from Andrew. Just
10-3.
keeping Dai under so much pressure. I can't see a way back for him.
Four, 10.
So Dai, is he going to use, still not using his double point ball? Obviously confident he can still get back into this without it.
Let's serve.
So what can Dai do here, Tony? It's just having to overpress, and that's how Baggaley wins so many games. In the end, the other player makes mistakes overpressing and loses through lack of consistency.
Yeah, I mean, he's got to hit all the white lines. He's got to really go with extra power. He's got to do anything he can to force Andrew to miss. But, of course, that may mean he makes mistakes himself. Good stuff there from him.
11-6.
Half-long serve from Andrew. So neither very short nor
6,
long enough
12.
for Dai to get his back underneath the table and lift the ball. Classic length of serve. Good forehand from Dai, but after the forehand, then he's slightly off balance to play the next backhand. Very clever from Andrew.
Yeah, had to do it here, otherwise he may not have got another chance. So double point ball being played, but again, can't help but feel he's left it too late.
Dai.
Yeah, I think you're right, Tony. 6-13. 8-13, of course. 2 points there.
13-8.
Yeah, I just feel, why wait until you're 7 points behind? If he'd done that at 4 or 5 points behind, he's back in the end.
Yeah, well, I think I'm clear. I think I'm clear on the double point ball. I think you use it if you're winning or if you're a little bit down, not when you're miles down. Maybe not as early as Gavin does, Gavin Rumgate. Look at that finish from Baggaley. 15-8 to Andrew Baggaley over Suchuan Dai of China. From Zhuzhou, the Athens of China, between Beijing and Shanghai. But he leaves the tournament with $1,500, and our winner through to the last 16. And we'll see him play again tomorrow. Andrew Baggaley goes through.
Yeah, trademark backhand to finish there, Colin. A big Baggaley backhand cross court, very deep and powerful.